Alright, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Let's get underway with week 7 of Shipyard Champions. Last week, well, we managed to score first. Good job, us. I'm terribly sorry, Moist Tea. Flashfire's out, praise Zorg. uh, I do kind of feel bad, but at the same time, it was kind of good. But yes, first place was us. Yulari came second. 15, roughly 15 minutes. We'll call 15 minutes close enough. 15 minutes behind in time, which is tiebreaker in this case. Panzergraf came third with 9 points, so he lost a ship somewhere. I did nothing again. One of them came. One of the Bs came fourth with 8 points, and one of the Bs came sixth with minus 8 points, so polar opposites. Brekwin got a nice. Yeah, Brekwin, the only R, got a nice solid even. Directly in the middle, 0 points, 5th place. 7th place, Lost Galaxy, and then Moisty and Stealth down there. So scoreboard now is having us and Moisty 1 point apart. Moisty still in first by 1 point for our little fun and games scoreboard. Then me, then Yulari, Panzergraf, Bruce Lee, Brickwin, Admiral, and Lost Galaxy both tied at 7th. And Stealth down with 8. He's got points now. And he's probably going to get some more maybe this week. We'll see how the cards and fate play out. But the challenge this week, as you may have seen by the way our setup is, very simple challenge this week. You will choose a ship type and fight 10/20 of them. Very simple enough. Design a ship of your choosing and have 10 or 20 of them face off against the same amount of AI ships of the same ship type, sinking the enemy fleet as fast as possible. Choose your own tech year, range, nation, weather, and time of day. Well, I'm gonna let the AI. I'm gonna let RNG just choose my weather and time of day. They're both set to random. Let's see what happens. You have 10 or 20 ships. I'm gonna go with 10, just because I do have a second Unity program open. That's how I track the model. Which Unity does not like sharing things with Unity. It does affect performance. Enemy has equal number of ships, obviously. Unlock calls is off. No testing ships beforehand. Crew training must be set to 50 or lower, so no veteran crews. The ship may have over 20 torpedo tubes, no launchers. So you could have 4. Quintuple is 5. Quintuple is 5 launchers. Tiebreaker is battle timer, obviously. So you want to think as fast as possible. Scoring 1 point for any AI ship sunk. Simple enough. Lose a point for every one of your ships lost. Simple enough. And it's another one of a case of additional point for every AI ship sunk if all your ships are on AI control the entire battle. Points are doubled on 10v10 just to keep it competitive for situations like kind of like this, where just due to performance issues or concerns, someone may choose 10. And this was inspired by Moisty's 20 versus 20 DD idea, the cooler versus any ship type. I was very tempted to go Destroyer, but I have chosen Heavy Cruiser. I'm going to go with the United States. I have not built a United States ship so far in this challenge. I'll probably build China for the last one, just to, I think, have built one of every nation, I think. Because they get access to Heavy Cruiser 1 in 1920. Which is a fairly big step up. It is far faster, without really any same weight as the Armor Cruiser 4. But a full 10 knots faster. And only 1 additional base crew for the exact same. Well, it has slightly lower maximum weight. It can only go up to 12. But that's fine. Turbo electric. We don't have geared. Or geared 2. We do have turbines. The geared turbines is it's more. Yeah, it's extra horsepower. It'd be nice if I could see the horsepower per ton of turbo electric. That's 4,000 tons. 4,300. 4,400. That's more for turbo electric. All right, so gear turbines it is. We also want crop 4. Okay, so tall advanced tower doesn't fit there. That doesn't fit there. Okay, so we have to use the base tower, which is not great. Don't know. We could increase the beam. Does also increase our tonnage. And now it fits. Excellent. Actually, before I put the tower in, we need to fit the funnel in. We need to put the funnels down badly. And they're the only funnels that fit there. We want oil. That improves our efficiency. And we're going to go with balanced. Balanced will work. And we can still fit that tower. That's a long tower. What's the... Let's see. 17 damage control, base accuracy versus... I mean, base accuracy is kind of very nice. It does throw my planes a bit into the kipper. This will allow us to put more in the back. It does mean lower base accuracy isn't great. Oh, so cadets. No, we want regular. Standard quarters. Let's go all or nothing. Just put her in. Let's start placing down guns. Now, this is a big choice. Because we could go with 6-inch guns. Could go with 9s. Could go with 8s, you know. Standard heavy cruiser. It does fit there. Why is there floating off the side of the hull gun mounts? We'll fill it temporarily with 8s. Barbette average? No. Small guns. Let's go medium superimposed barbette. Just for the moment. No, not 9. You want 8s. She's actually not too badly balanced. I thought she'd be more off-center. I really thought she'd be more off-center. Which means we could do something funky. We could get the funk on. And build a Japanese style. Except aft instead of front. Got ballistic 2 incendiary. Yeah, incendiary should be fine. It's penetration. It helps if we actually put the correct charges. Pet or TNT? TNT. 100% TNT. And then cordite or two powder is just better. I mean, it is range down, but it is penetration up and accuracy. And then super heavy for range and penetration, which also will increase accuracy because, you know. Except that's actually dropped range. I'm pretty sure that shouldn't be doing that. We don't want stereoscopic. We want coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. To do semi-auto with electrical 2. Standard ratio. Even though we don't have any secondary guns just yet, but why is it... There's definitely 10% gun range, 5% gun range. Okay, that does obviously negate. I guess it's a choice between range or that. And of course, the other option is, do we change these guns to bigger guns? I think we do. I think we go to higher caliber. Just so that just off the hop, they have longer range. Okay, so that part of it needs to move. Still very, very well balanced, actually. Anti-torp 2. We do want some anti-torp. We also want anti-flooding. Reinforced bulkheads. Triple bottom if we can get it. We can get it. RDF. We're overweight now, but we'll trim some stuff. We might go down to 2 gun barrels on... Or drop to a 10-inch gun. But this is still over 1 round a minute. It's pretty good. This allows us to go 2 powder to increase accuracy. So 20,000. Let's go with 15 as our benchmark. 1.3. 1.8. 2.3. 0.315 versus 1.3. I think there's definitely a range factor coming in here. But I am going to stick with 2 powder 1 just for anti-flash fire chances. Because anti-flash fire is very important. We don't want to add our danger candles to the mix. We want to make them danger candle. 1.8% flash fire. And no radar unlocked, which is a shame. Alright, what do we do? Oh, range. I didn't tick down range at all. There we go. That's 500 tons freed up for free. I don't know why there's mounts outside of the hull, personally, but very strange. Let's see. Quad deck tubes. Actually perfectly balanced, as all things should be. What's the range of these torpedoes? 9.1 at that current size. 20-inch is 9.5. With that little range, I don't think it's worth putting torpedoes on. Can I squeeze a 6-inch gun in here? No. That's a shame. I thought I might have been able to. Can definitely squeeze a 5-inch gun. That's a terrible gun mount. A little bit aft weight offset. Well, that's fine. No casement gun slots. Why would you have gun mounts there if they can't actually work? Because these are just... They just don't fit. They just don't fit at all. Alright. Well... What guns have poor fields of fire? They all have fine fields of fire. What are you even complaining about? armor or gun? Invest into gun more, as in increase the range. So that's a 0.2. What does super heavy look like? It is slightly better. Penetration is 20 inches and 10 inches of deck at 15. Versus 18.9. I also strongly suspect that they're not increasing range. They're actually decreasing range. I have a very sneaking suspicion. Yeah, because the range dropped by 0.1 kilometer. Actually did improve. What is light shells? Range is up. Accuracy decreases. Yeah. Yeah, no, super heavy. For that slightly better accuracy. And then we have a couple tons to play with. Actually, how much does acoustic cost? One-inch decks, that's fine. I mean, it's not great. I'm just stealing a little bit of armor off the off there just to get us back under. Wait, this is not as big as we could have gone. But we do have a little bit of resistance bonus due to having increased our beam. We're fairly efficient. We are very slightly forward heavy. We can't really adjust that too much. It's not the best heavy cruiser. It does have... Okay, it's 6.8. It's not too bad. And obviously, it's not going to do as well as if we had veterans. It is going to suffer slightly, but it should be fine. Keyword should be. Don't know if it will or not. Accuracy, 52. Aiming. So we do have a little bit of reload down. And we're kind of okay on damage control. And it could be better. I'm actually going to pull these 2-inch guns off. They are simply... They're too short range. And there's no destroyers or anything. You don't have to worry about that. It's just literally just... And these might come into effect. Especially if I give them a little bit more range. I know I'm fluffing back and forth a little bit, but... Oh, no. Oh, no, that's the 11-inch guns I was poking at. I wanted the 5-inch guns. Oh, we're just barely over with that. 10.1 kilometers. Yeah, it's not the best, but it is better. They'll be able to shoot high explosive at that range. With pretty fast rate of fire. Almost 4 rounds a minute. Every 15 seconds, basically. Which is basically 4 times the rate of fire of these 11-inch guns. Now, what the AI is going to build, I have no idea. It could be a whole bunch of 6-inch gun arm cruisers. It could be something with 11-inch guns like this, in which case it could turn very interesting into a big gun heavy cruiser duel. No, I don't need you to come up there. I'll take a screenshot here. I also hit the right button. It definitely helps if you hit the right buttons. Okay, listen, more shortcuts. No, I'm just please stop opening. That's all I'm gonna say. Is please stop opening there, G-Force. We are a little bit lightly armored. That could prove unfortunate. Yeah, Yep, they're building up their divisions. I'm gonna go with AI control. Looks very gun light. Very gun light. Okay, so AI control, AI control, AI control. What is the weather anyway? Daytime, overcast, moderate breeze, slight waves. Stop opening GeForce Experience, please and thank you. No, that's a better shot. Oh, it didn't open this time, thank you. Thank you very kindly. Let's go and, well, find the enemy. Which means this is going to turn into a very, very close range brawl. San Diego in the lead. Are they forming into a battle line? They might be forming into a battle line. Oh, there they are. Hold on. What did the AI build? Out of curiosity. As shots come in. Let's see. That's AI. I'm going to check afterwards to see if France can build anything better than this. I mean, it's not a bad heavy cruiser for potentially the 1900s. 2 double 8.1-inch gun turrets. 8 single 2.1-inch guns. 8 triple 3.3-inch guns. 4 triple 1.9-inch guns. 8 single 1.9-inch guns. AI, I'm pretty sure you could have built better. In terms of higher gun calibers. And then maybe higher secondary guns on these little sponsons here on the side. Which could have been more of a threat than just very short range. Oh, we bounced, so they might be heavily armored. Partial pens. So far, relatively little damage on our side. Then again, it is not the best for accuracy, the weather. 1.3% chance to hit. That's not too bad. What's the range anyway? Just outside of secondary gun range. Of course it would be. Why wouldn't it be? And they keep actually losing sight of us, so we have the better spotting, which is very good. And so far we scored 3 hits. Wait, that 4 hits, or 6 hits. There's a fire. Still identifying. Like BB question mark? No, it's not a BB, it's a heavy cruiser. I know that for sure. Thanks to my omnipotence. Battle cruiser, nope. Oh, destroy something. Why are you going to HE? That seems an odd choice, considering the range. But alright then, I'm not in control. This is all AI. This is all AI deciding. Blocked fire. I mean, fires are good. Alright. Okay, so it is heavier. We are insanely faster than it. It also has a 7-inch main belt. And okay, it is a heavily armored ship. That's where all the armor went. Or all the way it went. It went into armor. Okay, I can kind of see why we're going with high explosive. I can kind of see it. I don't really agree, but I can see why the choice is made, considering that is... On main belt alone, if you're hitting the Citadel, that is... Doing math. Math isn't good. 15 inches of armor. mean, we should be able to penetrate that at this range. But I can understand the choice. It does have torpedoes, 9.5 kilometer range torpedoes. We don't have hydro. That could prove interesting. Luckily, our armor also appears to be up to snuff for the AI. For what the AI is building anyway. Interesting how... Oh, never mind. Parchment fire on the bow. It's literally off the bow on fire. Okay, sure. Sure, magic fire. Ooh, penetration flooding. Excellent. Very excellent. More fire. Luckily, it looks like we're targeting with armor piercing on the closer ranges. Also, just gonna tell these guys to avoid torpedoes. That way they do it automatically. That way it counts as AI control. Except for maybe the lead ship. The lead ship might not. We'll see. Oh, fire flooding. Excellent. Very, very excellent. I still don't know why the AI loves to, in the custom battles, loves to build smaller, at least for me, loves to build smaller gun calibers. Oh, that was an ammo detonation. On the Opatane. Something blew up. She's lost a torpedo. She's launched a torpedo at something. Yeah, she's launching her torpedoes. She lost her 1.9-inch ammunition. Like, that's a real threat to us. That's a major threat, is the 1.9-inch guns. Critical that we took those out. I like when we're aiming at the Opatane, but we're hitting the Fremont and the Tigre in the back by accident. Wait, hold on. Oh, I thought it was the same ship named twice, just a little bit different. No, it wasn't. Oh, look, there's torpedo. I guess the Huron. Oh, there's another torpedo. Oh, that's gonna hit the San Diego. Oh, that's unfortunate. Rudder damage, flooding. Luckily... Oh, never mind. Still flooding. Engine knocked out. That are flooding on their side, though. And because I told them to avoid torpedoes, it's all gone to hell. As they all turn, that are charging back in. Destroyed secondary guns, which is very good. Very, very good. This could take a little bit. Probably would have gone faster, ironically enough, if I built battleships or destroyers, one of the two. Which I was thinking about, but I decided not to. Yeah, you got to deal with your flooding eventually. We are scoring on the whole much more hits than they are. We scored 150 versus 26. Although we have not hit any torpedoes on our side. I see Division... Was it Division 1? No, Division 3 has decided to close in to be the closer range force at the moment. Alright, AI. Sure. I mean, so far their armor is kind of holding. They're dealing out far better than they're getting. They are taking hits, but they are, you know, hitting harder when they do hit. Oh, there's another torpedo. You're safe from a torpedo. Why are you turning away? Brooklyn is going to be safe. Partial pen, overpen somewhere. Main deck, foredeck, partial pens. Excellent. We're just getting all the partial pens. That's the thing is, it's big gun versus big armor. This is what this is: big gun versus big armor. which is, I mean, it's not going terribly for us. I mean, if we had higher marked guns, it would be better. But then again, I think everybody in 1920 has only the Mark III guns. So there's not much bigger guns to go around. Open fire flooding. Oh, that might be the first one to go down. Penetration flooding. Lots of flooding hits. The little deluge of shells, which is also... I can visibly see it lowering the frame rate just due to the sheer amount of shells. Unity does not like this. And there's our first sinking. Conveyor has sunk due to heavy flooding. Excellent. That's one less thing to throw shells around and be tracked and all that. So, that's good. And sinks due to structural damage. Excellent. As see, at closer range, we can just nuke them. Provided we hit. Why are you not... What are you targeting? Let's see, what the hell are you targeting? Why are you swapping targets? There's literally 2 heavy cruisers right there at point-blank range that you could... Yeah, very easily target. Thank you. Thank you for targeting that. Like, these are far better targets than anything over there. Are they running out of ammunition? They're running out of ammunition. Did they take reduced shells? They took reduced shells. AI. I mean, I guess they wanted their heavily armored cruiser. They got their heavily armored cruiser. Not that it's doing them very much. Like, this would have been a major threat earlier on in the campaign. Like, if this was 1910 or whatever, this is rolling around. Yeah, this is a big problem, heavy cruiser, to face off against. At this point, though, especially with reduced shells, it's not really going that well. I don't know why it keeps returning to center when there's already targets. Make up your mind which one you're going to target, please. It keeps not choosing and going back and forth. It can't make up its mind. It's very confused. Just choose a target and fire, please. Thank you. Thank you for finally choosing a target and firing. Northampton is not too bad. The fleet is gone all over the shop, considering the just torpedoes in the water, which would cause them to turn wildly. There we go. Excellent. Very well done, Northampton. That was a very good salvo. We can, I think, turn up to 5 times speed again. And secondary tower. This is going swimmingly. Block times 5. There we go. Fire flooding. Yeah, no, I think that's the Admiral Charner. I think that's her done for. I'm certain though. This might be a torpedo hit on the Huron. Yep, torpedo hit on the Huron. Charner seems to do structural damage. Excellent. It's one less enemy ship. That's the second torpedo hit, though our AIs have suffered. 3 ammo detonations? Alright. Northampton is now the lead of 3rd Division due to Huron. Oh, she's controlled her flooding again. Another damaged engine. Else is turning away. There's San Diego way in the back. And we do have kind of a crossfire developing. As Oregon, which is, I think, lead of 2nd Division. Yeah, Oregon's lead of 2nd Division is encircling them with 3rd Division on the other side. With 1st Division kind of blocking them in. We gotta... The AI is actually inducing a encirclement. I was say, why are you not firing? There's another ammo detonation. Torpedo damage? Yeah, torpedoes may have gone up on the Tigre. Or Tiger. I think it's Tigre. There's penetration flooding on the Trudeau, or Trudeau. Another penetration flooding. Excellent. Yeah, the AI could have also very easily built massive 11-inch gun armed ships. They built 8-inch super heavy armored cruisers. For some reason. I mean, I can see a valid reason campaign-wise is in lieu of battleships, you have these massively heavily armored cruisers to soak up fire, while you have lighter ships close in to basically, you know, soak up fire and all that, as lighter ships run in to deliver torpedoes. Effectively use them as meat shields. I can understand a valid reason for them. I just gave one. I personally would have built them for this, considering this is custom. They had... Pretty sure they could have built bigger gun-armed ships. I'm almost certain they could have built bigger gun-armed ships than this, so... I'm gonna go, AI, what are you doing? Let's say, first division hasn't even taken a hit yet. Which is good. Oh, they're going... Bye-bye. The Trudeau. I'm not sure what she had, but there's been another ammo detonation somewhere. In the chaos of this battle, there's been another ammo detonation. The Beaumont is looking quite poor. Yeah, somehow 1st Division has escaped completely unscathed despite being shot at. Probably due to damage instabilities racking up, if I had to take a guess. And that is the Beaumont dead. Oh, she's hanging on. There she goes. They've actually reversed course to get close to San Diego, I think. Meanwhile, 3rd Division is just running around the other side. Oh, it looks like Dallas and Huron have both taken engine damage. It's just Northampton running around by itself. She's taken a couple hits, but she's doing okay. She's still basically at full structure. It's all been, looks like, basically non-pens. She's running low on AP, though. We are starting to run into ammunition problems, but we do have way more ammunition than these heavy cruisers do. We have way more ammunition, and there's only 4 left. Which is, oh, 5 left, rather. So half the force is dead. So we have a 2-to-1 advantage in ships, just passively. Like, I have 4 left, with still 10 ships. I think about half of ours do have engine damage, though. You know, San Diego does. The 2 in a 3, so almost half have engine damage. Our 1st Division is still fine. Northampton is fine by itself. And most of the 2nd Division is also fine. They just have... I think the only damage we've really taken is the torpedo hits, and they've taken out engines. So we must have taken torpedo hits on the Dallas, and I know Huron took one. I think Dallas must have swept by and had 1 hit. Just unfortunate. We're running out of ammunition, though, especially HE on the 5-inch guns. Obtaining sinks to the heavy flooding. Excellent. That leaves 3 enemies against 10. And that number, I think, is going to rapidly change. Yep. 2 sinking to the heavy flooding. 1 left. It's just the Torvale, who's almost out of ammunition on its bigger guns. Which is unfortunate for it. I mean, it's also the sole ship against 10. So, I don't think it's going to go well. I really don't think it's going to go well. Yeah, this is looking like another Queen's Sleep. Just against the AI, which I feel less bad for bullying, but I still feel like, come on AI, you could have built. You didn't have to go with the old hull. I don't think. Unless you did. I mean, it's a interesting design choice. Again, I think I said it before, it's interesting. I think that was a flash fire. Sinks at heavy flooding. I think something exploded on the Torville. Yeah, that was a stomping and a half. Yeah. Some of them did hit, though. They did have torpedo hits on us, which is not great. 4 torpedoes hit, but they all stayed afloat. And they were all much more heavier than us, so they could have had that. No, let's not play again. I'm just going to change that to one. Let's see, France. I'm checking now, AI, France. I'm pretty sure you could have built something other than armored cruiser. Okay, so they did pick armored cruiser. Looks like 4, which is fair enough. They could have gone with this armored cruiser, though. Did you fit 11? You could have fit 11-inch guns. You could have only fit 2 turrets, though. I don't know why you wouldn't have gone for large armor cruiser, though. France actually has a Mark IV gun. They have a Mark IV 9-inch gun. Why'd you go with 8-inch versus the Mark IV? Like, the Mark IV is straight up a better 10-inch gun. It doesn't quite have the exact same penetration, but it's a better 10-inch gun, a higher rate of fire, and more ammunition. And you can make it better. Why would you go with the 8 Mark III 8-inch gun when you had a Mark IV 9-inch available? That could have made it a lot more dangerous. I mean, they did go with the Mark IV 3-inch gun, which is fair. Because they did have Mark IV 3-inch. That's a fair choice to make for secondary gun. Fair enough. Oh, that doesn't even fit there. Alright. But a 6-inch gun does. They could have had just 6-inch guns instead of those 3.3s. Which would have been more damaging. And it's only a Mark III instead of a Mark IV. They could have a 7-inch. They could have had an 8 there, but they could have had 7s elsewhere. They could have had the 7-inch secondary batteries here. Not for a centerline though, but again, they would have been singles. Eh. Alright, well, I'm not going to write too much on the AI's choice there. I'm just going to disagree with it heavily. You could have built much better AI. You could have built something a lot more dangerous. But you went for armor. I mean, to be fair, this hull does come base with almost 5 inches. What does this hull come with? It's almost the exact same. So I understand why you wouldn't go with this one. I mean, guess technically for all those small guns, but does this one have underwater tube? It does have underwater tubes. I don't see why. I really don't see why. But then again, I'm not AI. I didn't build it. So it's not my problem. So I'm interested to see what the other admirals choose for ship types and also how they do. But depending on how it goes, this could be going into the final week. The spot slipping in our fun little personal scoreboard. So thank you all for coming out. Hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I hope to see you all next time. Have a good one, everyone.